Hey guys, how do you do? How are you? Welcome to today's and this week's Tuesday tip at 2. I'm super excited to talk about this topic today because I don't think it's something that's talked about enough in the home buying process. And so let's dive right on in. Okay. It is me, Danielle J. Mitchell, your up and coming queen of real estate. And today I'm going to be talking about buyer beware. If I had like a YouTube like graphic to put up right there, I will put it up right now. But I'm super excited to talk about this topic. So, what do I mean by buyer beware? Buyer beware. So, now you know that for me, what motivates me in real estate and with my clients is being honest, being transparent. And so I can't come on here and say, bye, bye, bye. It's the best thing in the world without saying some of the pitfalls that can happen when you go to become a home owner, especially for those who are first time home buyers. Listen, these are things that you have to be aware of and understanding, of course, there are pros and cons to any situation, to any scenario. So I don't want you to take this and be like, oh my goodness, I'm never buying. No, it is something to be cautious of, but not to allow it to hold you back or live in fear about, right? So let's dive right on in. What do I mean by buyer beware? There is a Latin phrase for it. I cannot pronounce it. But in any buying situation, you had to remember the term buyer beware, right? So when you, it's essentially what I'm going to be talking about today is what do you do? I felt my earring slipping. Excuse me. What do you do when you have bought your house, okay? And that day that you close on the house, the next day, a week from then, something goes right in your home, okay, after you just bought it. And I'm literally talking about 2 days later, right? And it could be a week later, it could be a month later. What do you do? What is your recourse? Now, the first thing most people think, especially those who are first time home buyers who have been used to renting, not used to owning their own home, it's like, I bought a lemon. Oh my goodness, the seller is going to pay. The seller is going to pay. So let's comb through this a bit. Now, can the seller be liable if something goes wrong in your home? Yes, it is a possibility. Is that likely all the time? May or may not. Okay. Now, what are the things that qualify a seller to be liable, just hands down without a doubt, that they have to fix the problem? All right. It could be something that came up during inspection, during the time of you, the being under contract, during the settlement process, during the closing process, and it came up at an inspection, and maybe it was something that was repaired by them, and it was done improperly. Then yes, in a case like that, they are likely liable to fix it after you have purchased the property, and it happened within a short amount of time. Now, if it's like 3 months from now, refer to an attorney. Refer to an attorney. But typically, if it's like just happened, you just closed, it's a day later, it's 3 days later, right? Then certainly you want to be like, hey, listen, this just happened. It was a part of the inspection process. It was a part of, the seller fixing it, and it's not working again. So, likely you can certainly hold them liable. When it comes down to it, was it something that came up during inspection? And if it did not, here's the thing, it's going to be very hard to assign blame to the seller. It's going to be very hard to prove that it's the seller's fault, or, they knew about it and they, didn't disclose it, or they knew about it and didn't fix it. It's very hard. Now, again, for a situation like these, I want to say you should absolutely consult an attorney if you feel as though you were absolutely done wrong, if you feel as though it was serious foul play, you can consult with an attorney and they can tell you what your best recourse is. Okay. I'm no real estate attorney. I'm just giving you some options. But in all things, if you feel as though you need to, go to an attorney. So now, did it come up during inspection? All that good stuff. Now, did you get a home warranty? So here's the thing. Did you get a home warranty during, in the purchase of the home? If you got a home warranty and something came up that you did not know about, that's the beauty of home warranties, right? So what is a home warranty? Home warranty is something that covers your house from the roof down to the basement, from plumbing to electricity, to your appliances, if that's what's in some, depending on what kind of home warranty package you got, or received or purchased. It can include appliances, your washer and dryer. So it includes pretty much everything that pertains to the house. And typically, similar to insurance, you'll pay a small fee, service fee or deductible, at the tune of whatever, the package is. It could be $50, it could be $75. It depends on the home warranty company that you use. And they will come out and repair it and or replace it. Okay. Repair it and or replace it. So that is one of the beauties of having a home warranty company, right? Because your house is covered if something goes wrong. Now, I typically like to try and get my clients a home warranty, especially, if they're just concerned, if they're first time home buyers. I like to offer that, depending on the scenario. If that's something that you want, we can certainly see if we can get it for you when we put in an offer for our house. Okay. Listen, maybe the seller is like, no, I'm not paying for your home warranty. You can't get it as a part of the deal. The seller does not agree to it, right? Then what you can do is you can get one just for yourself. You can get one for yourself. So these are options for you. Now, at this point, we're talking about kind of some preventative measures that you can take if something were to go wrong with your home after purchase. You have these options, right, at your disposal. Of course, if you did receive a home warranty after, during the closing process, during the settlement of your home, you could certainly use that, right? But if you didn't, you may want to just get it yourself. Like I said, pay for it out of pocket. It can be sanity for yourself and less for you to worry about. All right. Another option is if you received a house and maybe it's something major that you didn't know about that happened, right? It's a major expense. You can file an insurance claim. Of course, along with purchasing your house, you have to buy insurance. So typically you get, a standard coverage that covers everything in the house. And you can certainly call your insurance company if it's a major thing that happened with the house after you close on it, and file an insurance claim and see if they will cover it. Now, with all insurances, we know typically with cars, we file. So just be prepared and only utilize it, if it's like a major thing, right? A major out of pocket expense. Okay. So here are some preventative measures, as other preventative measures that you can take. Make sure you go through your seller disclosure form. Okay. Now, sometimes, I'll be honest with you, I can look up a property. Typically the documents, seller disclosure and lead disclosure, are supposed to be on the Bright MLS system. And I can just download it and take a look at it. Sometimes it's not always completely filled out. So then I had to be like, hey, can you actually fill it out all the way? Right? So have to make sure it's completely filled out. Now, seller disclosure forms means that the seller is disclosing all the things that they know are right and wrong with the property, all the information about the property, right? Could they be lying? Yes. That's a possibility. You hope that they don't, right? You hope that they're not lying. You hope that they're just being honest, telling you what's going on with the property, and that's it, right? But yes, but it's something that can protect you. So if something does go wrong, and it's a piece of paper that you can prove, hey, they knew about it, they didn't know about it, whatever the case is. At least you know what's going on with the property. Okay. Home inspection. You want to utilize that home inspection. Now, home inspection, here's the thing. They're not going to go into walls. They're not going to, take apart. They look at the electrical panel, but they're not taking stuff apart, going through walls, pulling outlets out, and doing all these different things at home inspection. So there are things that can be done that will pass a standard home inspection. So, but for the most part, you want to utilize that and just make sure they do the thorough of a job as they can do during the home inspection, which if you're going to a good home inspector, they certainly will. You want to make sure that the title report, that's why you get a title search. That's why you have conveyancy. That's why you have a title company that does all that. Make sure there's no liens on the properties, because that's another hiccup that can happen. But that won't happen because you have a title search done on the property. Okay. So those are some just preventative things that you can do. Hey, at some point, if you wanted to come in as a part of your contract and have a plumber come in because you're concerned, or have a electrician come in, have a contractor come in because you want to go a little bit deeper, minus messing up the property, so they still can't go into walls until after you close on the home and it's yours. But if you want them to kind of take a little bit deeper dive, then you can do that at your expense. You can do that at your expense during the home buying process. Listen, buyer beware. At the end of the day, there are no guarantees when you are buying a home. Okay, so you have to understand that after you have bought the home, it is essentially an as-is sale. After you have done the inspections, either they credited you money towards those repairs, or they actually made the repairs. Unfortunately, if everything is quote unquote on the up and up, it's buyer beware at that point. At that point, you are a homeowner, and welcome to it. Welcome to it. So, a good thing to do, a good tip, is to have some reserve money. Hopefully it's not all spent on the purchase of the house and you have a little bit of a cushion. And again, utilize a home warranty. If you have $500, you can get a great home warranty. I can refer you. Great home warranty, very little cost out of pocket. I think it's like $65. Great company. And again, you can get, if it's all electrical, you could get a whole new electrical system at $65 because you're covered, So that's it. I think I ran a little bit longer than usual, but I will probably edit it. But that is it and all for today's and this week's Tuesday Tip at 2. Listen, thank you for joining me. Guys, you have to be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can watch me live. Okay, I'm no longer going live on Facebook and going live on Instagram. I'm just going live straight on YouTube. And so if you want to see me live or get updates when I'm live, you can certainly go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Now, of course, my information is on the screen below. If you want a free virtual consultation, you can go to bit.ly/DJM consult. Okay. And we can set up a time to talk about your home buying journey. Right. My information has been scrolling on the bottom of the screen of ways to contact me. Thank you all for joining me. Remember, there is no place like home, no place like home buying. And listen, be careful out there. Hopefully, I'm your realtor and I'll be there to guide you every step of the way. Talk to you guys soon and have a wonderful day. And happy fall. Bye-bye.